The office was too quiet. Lina noticed it the moment the last employee left. Lights dimmed, footsteps faded, the world outside reduced to distant traffic and flickering streetlights. She stayed behind, as usual, finishing what others left unfinished. It was safe here, predictable, until it wasn't. As she walked past Adrian's office, she heard his voice. Low, sharp, different. She slowed without meaning to. The door wasn't fully closed, just enough for words to slip through like secrets that wanted to be found. "Do it tonight." Lina froze. Her breath caught as silence followed. Then a muffled response from the other end of the call. Adrian spoke again, colder this time. "No delays. No mistakes." A pause. Then, "Or you won't be around to fix them." Her heart slammed against her ribs. This wasn't business. This wasn't negotiation. This was something far more dangerous. She stepped back, her mind scrambling to make sense of it. Maybe she misunderstood. Maybe it was just, "Lina." Her name cut through the air. She turned slowly. Adrian stood in the doorway now, phone no longer in his hand. His expression was calm, too calm. But his eyes, dark, unreadable, locked onto hers like he had already pieced everything together. "You heard something, didn't you?" Her throat went dry. This was her chance. Deny it, laugh, walk away, pretend none of this existed. But something in his gaze told her lies wouldn't survive here. "Yes." The word slipped out before she could stop it. Silence stretched between them. Adrian studied her, not with anger, but with quiet calculation. And then, unexpectedly, he exhaled. "Good," Lina blinked, confused. "I don't like repeating myself," he added. Her pulse raced. "You're not even going to deny it?" He stepped closer. "No, just that. No excuses, no fear." "I'm not what you thought I was," he said, voice steady, almost indifferent. "And I'm not interested in pretending." The truth settled heavily between them. Lina took a step back. "I think I should go." Instinct screamed at her to leave, to put distance between herself and whatever darkness stood in front of her. She turned but didn't get far. His hand wrapped around her wrist, firm, unyielding, not painful, but impossible to ignore. "You don't leave." Her breath hitched. She slowly looked back at him. "Not now." There was something in his tone, something final. "This wasn't a request," she whispered, her voice trembling. Adrian's gaze darkened slightly. "No," he said quietly. "It was a warning." Something inside her should have broken then. Fear should have taken over. She should have pulled away. But she didn't, because beneath the fear, there was something else, something she didn't understand. After that night, everything changed. Not loudly, not obviously, but enough. Adrian didn't pretend anymore. He didn't need to. He watched her. Not in a way others would notice, but Lina felt it. Every glance, every pause, every moment, he seemed to already know where she had been. And who she had been with. "You don't need to talk to him." The words came one afternoon as Adrian stepped between her and a colleague mid-conversation. Lina frowned. "We were just discussing—" "I know." His tone ended it. And somehow, it did. Conversations became shorter. People kept their distance. Her world shrank. "You're interfering in my life," she said later, her voice tight with frustration. Adrian didn't look away. "I'm protecting you. From what?" A beat of silence. Then, "From things you're safer not knowing." That answer should have angered her more. But it didn't, because she had already heard enough to know he wasn't lying. Days later, she noticed a car following her on the way home. Her heart pounded as it stayed just far enough behind to feel intentional. She called Adrian. She didn't even think about it. "I think someone's—" "I know." The car disappeared minutes later. Just like that. No confrontation. No explanation, just gone. Lina stood there shaken, safe. And that's what scared her most. "You're controlling everything," she confronted him one night, her voice breaking under the weight of everything she didn't understand. Adrian stood still, watching her carefully. "I'm keeping you alive." The words landed hard. "You don't get to decide that," she shot back. His expression didn't change. "You stayed," he said quietly. She faltered. Because he was right. She had stayed. Even after hearing the truth. Even after seeing what he was capable of. Even after knowing she should leave. I didn't ask for this, she whispered. Adrian stepped closer, his presence overwhelming in a way that made it hard to think. I didn't give you a choice. The honesty in his voice sent a chill through her. And yet, she didn't move, didn't pull away, didn't run. Because somewhere between his darkness and his protection, between fear and something that felt dangerously close to safety, Lina felt herself slipping. Why do you care? She asked softly. It was the one question she hadn't been able to answer on her own. Adrian looked at her for a long moment. Then he reached for her wrist again, not forceful this time, but familiar, grounding. Because, he said, his voice lower now, quieter, but no less intense, once you become part of my world. His thumb brushed lightly against her skin. You don't get to leave it, her breath caught. That should have terrified her. And it did, but not enough. Because in that moment, standing in the shadow of everything he was, Lina realized something she couldn't deny anymore. Somewhere between fear and safety, she had already started falling,